Composability. Composability. So what about composability? Consider how we would have written the previous example, finding the biggest script without higher order functions, and the code is not that much worse and worse, and let biggest equal null, semicolon, for open parentheses let script of scripts, and if biggest equal null, and concatenate character count, biggest less than character count script, and biggest equal script semicolon, constant log biggest, and name hen. And there are a few more bindings, and the program is 4 lines longer, but it's still very readable, by the way. And higher order functions start to shine when you need to compose operations. And as an example, let's write code that finds the average year of origin for living and dead scripts in the data set, like this command as example now. And so the dead scripts in Unicode are on average older than the living ones. This is not terribly meaningful or surprising static, but I hope you all agree that the code used to compute it isn't hard to read, and you can see it as a pipeline. And we start with all scripts, filter out the living or dead ones, take the years from those and average them and round the result. And you could definitely also write this computation as one big loop, like this example now. Let total equals 0, comma, count equals 0, semicolon. Then for open parentheses, let script of scripts, and if script dot leaving, and total plus equal script dot here, semicolon, count plus equal 1, semicolon, and cost dot log, open parentheses, mass dot round, open parentheses, total divide count, semicolon, then the result will be 1165. Okay, so but it's harder to see what was being computed and how, and because intermediate results aren't represented as coherent values, and it would be a lot more work to extract something like average into a separate function. And in terms of what the computer is actually doing, these two approaches are also quite different. And the first will build up new arrays when running filter and map, and whereas the second computes only some numbers, doing less work, and you can usually afford the readable approach. But if you are processing huge arrays and doing so many times, and the less abstract style might be worth the extra speed.